Welcome back to the lecture series on Introduction to AWS. As part of this lecture series, today we will be discussing on how to interact with S3 using AWS CLI mode. So, here what we are going to do perform is we will be performing backing of our data. What does it means? We will be creating firstly we will be creating a bucket using CLI itself. Then we will be creating a folder at our local machine, and we will be just having establishing the communication between the folder and bucket. And whenever there is a new files added to the local folder, it will get updated in your bucket. It will get updated in the bucket. This is what is said to be your backing. Just like a we will have a local Google Drive at our desktop. Whenever you are adding certain files into the folder, it will get backup in your Google Drive. It is the same concept which we are going to adapt over here. Not only this, how can we restore the things? How can we restore the things into another folder? That we are going to see. This is all, as well as how to remove the buckets. All these things we are going to focus using AWS CLI command. So, to perform all this, we need to first install the installer of AWS CLI. Then we need to configure the account access key IDs and the access tokens in your laptop or PC from wherever you are running your AWS CLI. That we are going to focus. Next, let us have a demo on how to back up the data onto S3. So, first, now let us open your command prompt. The first thing what we have to do is we need to install the AWS CLI mode this thing. So, I will be typing aws.amazon.com/CLI, hit enter. CLI, yeah, you can see here you can download and run your Windows installer. So, just click on 64-bit, it will download your CLI installer. For Macintosh you do have, for Linux you do have. So, according to your operating system, as I am working with Windows, so I have downloaded Windows. Once it gets downloaded, just double click it and wait till the next gets activated. Yeah, click on next, I accept the license agreement, click on next, click on install. And wait till it gets installed. I want to just enhance the font size of my command prompt. Okay, yeah, looks better. Yeah, let us check whether it has got installed. Yeah, it is still installing. Once it gets installed, yeah, click on finish. Now just check AWS CLI whether it has got installed properly or not. You need to see the commands of AWS CLI. You can see AWS S3. This is what we are going to use, and we do have a number of SageMaker. All these are the various services of cloud itself, and to have an access we are going to use this commands. So, S3 API, in order to access S3 API you will need to use S3, AWS S3. So, let us check AWS S3 LS. So, an error occurred. So, why can't we access our S3? Because command prompt doesn't knows which particular S3 you are accessing. So, you need to provide your account access key ID. So, how to generate that? Get back to your AWS console. You can see on the top right corner your account name, just drop down it, click on security credentials. Once you click on security credentials, scroll a bit down. Here you can see access keys. You can create one. Just click on create an access key, understand, click on create access key. Now this is going to be your access key. I will be copying it, and what I will be doing is AWS configure to configure my account. It is asking your access key, pasting my access key ID, asking me the secret access key. I will copy this, hit enter. Then which particular region? I can give any region, but I am focusing on US East 1. What will be the data format? That is in JSON. Now if you are going to type on AWS CLI, AWS S3 LS, this time there is no error. It means that we have gained the access to our AWS, but why it is not showing anything? Because we had not created any bucket yet. So let us create a bucket. AWS S3, to make a bucket we will be using the command MB. AWS S3 is the prefix for each and every command when you are working with AWS S3. If it is EC2, then AWS EC2. If you are working with SageMaker, it will be SG. So with which particular service you are accessing to, working with. So to make a bucket, MB is the command, and S3:/. This is a prefix for S3, and name of your bucket. You can name a bucket which is going to be unique, just like previously we had created June 4th 2024 something. Likewise we can create any name, June 04 2024 S3 demo bucket, hit enter. If it is unique, then it will not throw any error. It says that the bucket creation has been done. If you are just checking out with AWS S3 LS, then it has to list your bucket. Not only over here, when you get into your S3 for graphical user interface through the dashboard management console, you could see in your S3 account that particular bucket has been created, June 4th 2024 S3 demo bucket. This is a bucket which we had created from here. This is what you can make it out. Now how to back up your data from a particular folder? Okay, let us create a folder on your so What we will be doing is we will be creating our bucket at our desktop. We can create from here to just redirect to desktop, and over here mkdir, create a folder with the name backup folder or else backup, hit enter. This will also create a folder at your local desktop. You can see that this is a folder which has been created. You can see this is a backup folder which has been created. Now this folder is empty. Now what we will be doing is we will connect this particular backup folder with our S3 bucket. So how to do that is AWS S3, click on the syncing mechanism, synchronization, and just I want the URL of my path of my backup. Just I will be copying it, pasting it over here. If there is any space, then you need to just like desktop XYZ. If there is a space in between these, then you need to encapsulate this path in quotation. If there is no space, it will work. If there is space, then you need to encapsulate it in quotation. But it is better every time you make it in quotation. Yeah, this is my source path, that is local directory, and my destination directory, I will just paste this thing June 4th bucket demo over here, June 4th 2024 S3 demo bucket. So, I am syncing it my local path with bucket. S3 sync local path S3 URI or S3 URI local path or S3 URI S3 URI. Okay, fine. So, what was the error is it is treating both the things as your local path itself. Why? Because we had not mentioned this S3 colon // hit enter. Now there is no error. It means that your folder has been synced with your S3 bucket. So how to sync this thing? Just get back to your folder, create a new just a text document, or you can create anything XYZ. I am not writing anything. I had created just XYZ, or else I can have hi hello, this is a demo file, something. I had written something, hi hello, this is my demo file, save it, close it. Once you close this, get back to your terminal, once again click on type. Actually, as soon as you create the file in your backup, it will not get reflected over here. When it will get reflected in your bucket, when you will sync all the new changes, just if you are going to click on sync, then your xyz.txt has been synced to your bucket demo. If you are going to refresh this page over here, you can see xyz.txt. Once this sync has been done, whatever files which you are going to create, just like I will be creating some more few files over here with the name demo1, and one more file over here with the name demo2, and one more file over here demo3. Now what do I mean by this is, from the recent sync I had added 3 files demo1, 2, 3 to the folder. So those 3 files will get updated into your folder once you execute this command at a stretch. from previous sync, whatever the new files which has got uploaded into the folder will get appended once you execute this command. If you are going to just refresh the page, you can see demo123.txt has got uploaded into your bucket. This is one way to take backup of your folder in a local directory into S3. So, the other way, how can we restore back all these files? For restoring, what I will be doing is, I will be creating one more file, that is backup underscore restore. I will be creating one more directory named backup underscore restore. If you are getting back onto your desktop, you can see backup underscore restore. This folder is empty right now. So, how could we restore the things? Just type the command AWS S3 cp -- recursive and your bucket URI. So, what is my bucket URI? This is my bucket URI. I will just paste it over here. Just cross check that no space should be there in the quotation. It will treat that as a character. Now, I am restoring from bucket to my local machine. So, what is the local path over here for me? It is this one, but it has something backup underscore restore. Backup underscore restore. This is the path of my local machine. Hit enter. As soon as you hit enter, when you get back into your this thing, you can see all the files has got restored into your backup folder. Then how to delete your bucket itself? When you are deleting your bucket, we used to use the command RB, remove the bucket. When you are removing, if the bucket is empty, then it just removes the bucket. If the bucket is not empty, just like in our case, we had all these files XYZ demo 1, 2 and 3. So, we need to forcefully remove that bucket. In that case, firstly it removes the buckets, then it will remove the bucket itself. So, what is our bucket which we want to remove? This is the bucket which we want to remove, demo bucket. Yeah, hit enter. So, first it deletes all the files in a bucket, then it removes the bucket. This is a thing which has to be done. Yeah. So, let us get back to our browser. If you are going to refresh the page, then you can see error. When you click on buckets, you could see nothing. The bucket is still there? No, it should not, because the bucket has been removed. No buckets are there. So, this is how you can work with S3 through CLI. Thank you.